Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, like this video. Today, well, not today, but this is going to be a Summer Solstice Readathon vlog. I am joining Ravenhead Readers Summer Solstice Readathon and I'm pretty excited about the books I picked out. So there are 4 prompts, and after scouring my shelves, I managed to fill out all 4 prompts. I don't know if it was ambitious or if I'm going to be able to do this, but I picked out 4 books for 4 prompts. But the good thing is there are books that fit multiple prompts as well. So, well, apart from one. But that means as long as I read the books that fit all the prompts, I will have completed the readathon successfully. So we'll see how this goes because it's running from today the 21st, it's already 2:30, to the 27th, which is Sunday. Saturday I have a car event that I'm going to all day, so I know I won't be able to read Saturday, but missing out one day should be fine. I think I can do this, so we'll see how this goes. So the first reading prompt or booked prompt is a book with an orange, purple or blue cover. For this I have decided to go with A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. I have been pretty excited to pick this up because since picking it up I've seen pretty great things about this book, so I'm excited. I'm hoping it's as good as the hype is. The second prompt is a book under 500 pages, which I think this may complete as well. Yeah, this is definitely under 500 pages, it's like 440. So, but I did also pick out this book for this prompt, which is A Song of Shadow and Starlight by Morgan Gaither. Been wanting to pick this up for a while. The reason I bought this was because there was character art, which was stunning, and I was instantly sold. So I need to pick this up, so I thought this is perfect. It fits that prompt. It's quite short, so I do think I could fill this out pretty quickly. And yeah, it will finally get read, and then yeah, we'll see how that goes. I hate stickers on books, I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. This is stuck. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, the next book prompt is an author with the same first initial as yourself. My name's Laurie, so obviously the first initial is an L. This was a pretty hard book prompt to complete because there are not that many authors on my shelves that have the same letter L. I only saw one, but again, I do have books behind books. To be fair, I probably could have used my spreadsheet, but I just love looking at my shelves and going through them. But I did fill this prompt. It's Laura Thalassis Bewitched. I read this last year on holiday and I absolutely devoured the first 2 books, and the prequel is coming out very soon. I'm sure it's this month. So I've been meaning to reread this. I actually wanted to reread this after finishing it a year ago, but just haven't had the time to get to it, and now I'm finally going to get to it and I'm really excited. The next book prompt is new release. I've decided to go with Never the Roses by Jennifer K. Lambert. This is the newest new release on my shelves, but I did realise this. I also have Neverthorn that's actually meant to be delivered tomorrow by Mayers. I'm really excited for that release. It sounds really good and I have high hopes for it, so I don't know whether I'll either pick up this one or Neverthorn. So we'll see what we get to. I like having more than one option anyway because I am a massive mood reader, so we'll see how that goes. But those are all the book prompts completed, and I think what I'm going to pick up first is A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. Or should I pick up something smaller? No, actually, I'm going to pick up this. I'm planning on getting to this today and reading as much as possible. I am planning on going for a late night run, so I'll probably get started now, run, make dinner, and then come back to this. So I'll give an update around then. Okay, well, so you know how I said I was going to pick up A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena? Yeah, I got to the first page and I was like, you know what? This isn't what I'm feeling. And so I've decided to pick up Bewitched instead. I'm feeling for more of a smutty, easy read today, and this is that. I remember loving this book and having the best, most fun time, and yeah, this is gonna give me what I need right now, because I don't feel like I want to read A Dance of Lies. I don't want to read something new. I want to read something I already know, I love, and I trust. And I think it's because I've read so many good books over the weekend. I found 2 new favourite reads, and I'm just like, it's not possible that the next book I pick up is gonna match how much I love those 2 books. And now I'm scared to pick up anything new, because I'm just like, what if my good luck ends and I end up not having the best time with the next book? So instead, I'm gonna go back to an old favourite that I know I'm gonna have a good time with, and that way, hopefully, I can get over this little hump. And yeah, I'll try and pick up A Dance of Lies next, because yeah, I know I'm just gonna fly through this book anyway. This book is just so easy to read, and I'm really excited because I remember what happens exactly in this book. So I'm really looking forward to it, because it's so good. It's so good. The romance in here is chef's kiss. We get a little bit of tension, we get regret, we get like groveling, and I need that right now. I need that. So I'm gonna dig in, and yeah, I'm just gonna be having the biggest smile on my face the entire time. So this is gonna be fun. Who did this to you? He just asked, who did this to you? Okay, my new favourite microtrope, even though I've read this before, but it's when he's healing her and he just gets more and more angry when he sees what's done to her. Perfection. I just finished Bewitched, and although I have 3 other books demanding my attention, do you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the second book, Bespelled, because that ending demands me immediately picking up. Do I know what happens in this book? I do. Do I still need to read this after that plot twist? Yes. Yes, I do. So, I mean, listen, I finished this in one day, and there's no way I'm not finishing this tonight. And then I can dive back into the readathon and read the other 3 books demanding my attention. It's only Monday. That's how I'm yeah, explaining that to myself. I need to walk my dog. I was supposed to go for a run today, but that's not happening. So I'm gonna go walk him, and then I'm diving into this book because I just forgot how good this book is. It's just the best time, and it's the perfect read when I don't want anything new or too much information that I'm being given. This is just easy, digestible, fun, banter filled, exciting, and the romance is insane and I love it. So yeah, plans for tonight, gonna read Bespelled, and you know, there's still time, it's fine. It's not like I would have read any of those books today anyway, so I might as well. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I can't wait, because everything that happens in this book is just, there's just so much that happens, and I can't wait to see all the grovelling. The grovelling is going to be insane. And I love the mystery that's in this book as well, because although it kind of gets sidelined in this book. You know, it's there in the beginning, and then, you know, their relationship kind of takes center stage while they go through all the issues. It comes back in this book and it kind of explodes, and I'm really excited, and I'm annoyed that there's no third book yet to pick up. But there is the prequel, which I just realized, well, I actually went searching to see when the release date was. It's already out. I thought I'd pre-ordered it, clearly I didn't, so I need to pick it up. There are none available in my local shop, so I think I'm gonna have to order it, which is annoying because it's only £10 since it's a paperback, and you need to spend like £25 to get free delivery, and spending £3 for shipping, I hate doing that. So yeah, need to order that. Veered off track. Walk my dog, get into this. Those are my plans for tonight. Okay, it's the next day. I did indeed finish Be Spelled. The fact that I finished 2 books in one day, actually I did that on the weekend, so I can't even say that that is something special, because it's not. But I have finished Be Spelled. This series is just so good. There's just so many, like, your head is constantly twisting, and if you just want, well, I mean, it's not just a smutty good time. There is a solid plot in here and mystery, so you have that, but you know, that kind of does take, that is a backseat to what this book is. It is a romance fantasy, with the romance being the main plot, and I love reading this book for that. When I just want a really good romance fantasy, I don't know, romantasy, I guess, yeah, that does make sense. This is what I would pick up, books, because it's just, it definitely breaks up heavier romantasies that I read, and if I just want something that I can just dive into that doesn't use a whole lot of concentration and that I can just enjoy and go along for the ride, this is what I pick up every single time. I love her books. I am done with this. I have 3 other books that I need to read. It's Tuesday, so I'm gonna now pick up A Dance of Lies. I am really looking forward to this book, and I think I'm finally in the place that I actually do want to pick this up. So I'm gonna dive in, and I'm really excited to see what this is about. I don't know anything, I just know that she's a dancer. That's about it. So I'm intrigued. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, okay. I thought I was about to be like in the biggest book slump of my life. I read 60 pages of A Dance of Lies yesterday. Was it yesterday? Did I even read yesterday? Wednesday today. Yes, I did. And today I am 281 pages in, and they were right. They were right. This book is beautiful but devastating and heart-wrenching, and you're just feeling like you're on the edge of a cliff and at any moment you could fall. I totally understand the hype of this book. I feel like there's no coming back from this book. It just feels like it's something that's going to affect my life, like just the way it's written and the insight you're getting to the character's pain and trauma and the way she sees herself. It's so illuminating and heartbreaking at the same time. And yeah, I think I found a 5-star read. So that's how that's going. Yeah, I'm actually very scared of how this is gonna go, because I feel like we're like on the edge of the cliff, and at any moment we're gonna be pushed off, and I'm not ready. I don't know what that jump is gonna look like, what that fall is gonna look like, and I'm really scared because I love this character. I just feel for her so much. You can't help it when you're reading this book. This author really has a way of writing these characters that you can't help but want to peer behind the curtain, and you want to see more. yeah, this is 100% a must-read romance. See, I do think that this may be the star of the readathon, to be quite honest. Yeah, I'm so exhausted. It's midnight. I really, really want to finish this book, but I wanted to give an update and I've been able to put this down. It took 100 pages. I was meant to give an update 100 pages ago at 181 pages. I wasn't able to do that because things just catapulted and so many things were happening and I just had to know where we were going to end up. And this isn't even... We're still on the edge of the cliff while all that's happened. I still feel like there is going to be a defining moment in this book that's going to change everything, and I'm just waiting for that to happen. But I'm like contemplating, do I stay up even though I have work tomorrow and finish this book, or do I go sleep, which I so desperately need right now? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to lay in bed and I'm just going to be thinking about this book. God. It was a toss-up that this book was going to do it to me. I was worried it wasn't going to be the hit it is. I was wrong. It is the hit. Oh. I think I'm going to have to go sleep. I can feel a really bad headache brewing and I need to strove that off because otherwise I'm not going to be feeling well tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to resume this and finish this tomorrow. It will be Thursday, which means I have Friday and Sunday. Well, if I finish this, I could pick up another book. So I have half a day tomorrow, Friday and Sunday, because Saturday I have a car event I'm going to. So is that enough time to finish all 4 books? I don't know, but if I could finish 3, I will deem this a success. If I finish 4, phenomenal. But we'll see how that goes. This book, I am shocked. I'm just... You can probably hear my ambiance in the background. But I just finished this and I'm too excited not to talk about it. This is heart-wrenching. This is actually genuinely heart-wrenching. God, I think I found a new auto-buy author. I will be reading everything Brittany releases in the fantasy genre because her writing is so beautiful and captivating and heart-wrenching, and she really plays you like a violin. She really has you can't read this and not love these characters. You can't read this and not feel so strongly for this FMC and what she goes through. You can't read this and not be in love with this world and with this story. And of all the ways I thought this was going to end, this was not the way I thought it was going to end. I didn't see the majority of that coming, and I don't know what to do with myself, quite frankly. This was... I'm so happy I picked this up during this readathon. It is 11 PM the next day, since you saw my last update. I did fully intend to read this during my lunch break after work, but I decided to do my nails and they just took so much longer than I thought they would. So yeah, it's 11 o'clock, but it's okay. I finished it. I think I could solidly read 3 books for this readathon. I may not read 4, but I will read 3, and that's okay. As long as I fit all the prompts, that is okay. But I think I just found the star of the readathon, and yeah, wow. the strength of this character, I swear, something to look up to, I swear. I'm blown away by this, like, by everything. This story, this world, everything is just perfection. There are no notes to be had, quite frankly. This is just, I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up any other book after reading this. I've never had something pull on my heartstrings the way this has. I know I was between Neverthorn and Never the Roses. This one fits 2 prompts, that only fits 1. So I think I'm gonna go with Never the Roses by Jennifer K. Lambert. I have no idea what this is about. A sorceress hunted by her sins, a sorcerer caught in the wars of men. Their forbidden bond might be their ruin. Okay. Oh. I think we have our next read. I'm still in shock over A Dance of Lies. I'm gonna try and get started on this tonight. I do have work tomorrow. Oh dear. But it is like, what, 300 and something pages? 350 pages. So this really won't take me long at all. So I'm gonna get started. Sunday. It's been a day, actually more than a day, since my last update. Since I last saw you, I picked up Never the Roses by Jennifer L. Lambert. I'm not having a good time with this book. I am struggling so bad with this. I'm just 30 pages in. I'm not feeling anything for this book. It's way too easy to put down. I find my thoughts wandering. I'm so confused with what's happening. It feels like we're being dumped in the middle of a plot and we're supposed to know what everything means. And I know this kind of seems like a book that you're being given the world building as you go along, but for this book that is just not working. I've read books where that does work. This one does not. I'm just confused. I'm not feeling any type of way of this book, and I'm just not enjoying myself. So I think this is the earliest I think I've ever done this, but I think I'm gonna DNF this. 30 pages in has to be some sort of record, but it took me way too long to read 30 pages. I read like 100 pages in 60 minutes. This one is just, it's not for me, and that's okay. So I think I'm gonna DNF. I still have time, so I think I'm gonna pick up A Song of Shadow and Starlight, and at least I would hit all 4 books. One was a DNF, but you can't really foresee that. You know, it's my first time reading that book. It's my first time reading from that author, and unfortunately it wasn't for me. But I have pretty high hopes for this one. This one sounds really, really good, and it sounds like the typical romantasy that I would like. So I'm going to dive into this today. I don't know how far I'll get because it's already 2 o'clock. I'm watching the Grand Prix, which has just been suspended because of the rain. So I'm going to try and read as much of this today as I can. If I don't finish it, then, you know, it's fine. But I feel like this is something I'm going to fly through. So, you know, we never know. But I did get book mail. I got my Fairy Loose subscription, and you know, if I was a patient person, I would do a video with book haul because I'm planning on doing a really big bookshop at Bookfest in Waterstones. But unfortunately, I'm not a patient person, and this has already been sitting on my chair for a day, and that's way too long for me. So I'm going to open it up now. I'm really, really excited about this. I know what book it is. The theme for this month is Fateful Bonds, and I am so excited. So, spoiler warning, this is the Romantasy book box for July. If you're waiting for yours, you don't want to be spoiled, please skip ahead. I'll put the time that I finish unboxing just below here. But yeah, the book for this month is Arcana Academy by Elisa Kova. I've been really wanting to read an Elisa Kova book for a while now, and when I saw this was her newest release, I thought I'd give that a try before I pick up her other books. And then I saw it was my Fairy Loot book, and I was like, perfect, absolutely perfect. I can read that as soon as it comes. I'm already seeing the sprayed edges, and it's absolutely stunning. Okay. I feel like Fairy Loot has just been killing it with the customizations lately. Like, look at those sprayed edges. It goes all the way around. You've got a redesigned cover. Why does this give me Vampire Academy vibes? I know it's not the same, but that just really does give it. Okay, we've got foiling on the hardcover. And then we've got the original dust jacket with a different colorway on the reverse. I love when they do that. I do think I'm going to keep it on the new one though. I'm so excited for this. Okay. I love character art on the end papers. If I could have it anywhere, character end papers all day, every day. If this does not make you want to read this book, I don't know what will. Is it signed? I don't think it is, but we do have an author letter bound in and a digital signature. I'm really excited about this. I did not expect it to be this thick. I'm really looking forward to this. If I love this as much as I think I'm going to, I definitely will pick up Elisa Kova's other works because they do sound equally as good. So I'm pretty excited about this. Will I get it to it in July? Absolutely not, but I will have it on my August TBR for sure. Okay, but I also did get a pre-order delivery, and I'm really excited about this one as well. Oh, this is thick. Oh, okay. It's the sequel to Fear the Flames, and it's called Wrath of the Dragons by Olivia Rose Darling. I am so excited about this. This is one of my most anticipated release, and I'm loving how thick it is, which means more time with the characters. And I have the first book here, so I'm really excited to get into this. I'm really hoping we'll get more FaceTime with, but I'm hoping the thing that I really want to happen and we get more time with is in this book, because it wasn't in Fear the Flames and I was a little bit disappointed, but it was still really good. But I have a lot more hope for this one, so I'm really excited. But yeah, I'm going to dive into A Song of Shadow and Starlight, and I will give an update when I'm some way through it, if not finished with it, if it's as good as I think it's going to be. But I'll see you then. Okay, I'm 58 pages into A Song of Shadow and Starlight, and I think this is gonna be a fun, maybe not fun, but I feel like this is gonna be an okay read, something I'll read really quickly. But in terms of the writing, I do have issues with it. It does feel like there are gaps within this writing, and it just feels like this is someone's, I'm trying really hard not to come across mean with the way I say it, but it feels like you're this is so hard to explain. Look, the plot of this is really good. It's just the delivery of it I have an issue with. I just feel like there is information missing. I feel like the world building is quite lacking, and I'm not a big fan of the FMC yet, That may change, but so far she's coming off very juvenile, very naive, and I guess maybe, do you know what, thinking about that, that's probably what the author is going for, because she has been kept in a castle her entire life, and she's been very secluded and taught only what they want her to be taught, so she doesn't have any real world experience. So I guess in that terms she would be naive, but I don't know, I'm excited to see her hopefully develop, but I do think there are gaps in this writing and not enough world building and detail and stuff is being put into this. But I have hope that that may improve towards this book. I'm finding it hard to fully immerse myself in this book. I'm very aware that I am reading, so we'll see how it goes. But it's been an hour since my last update, an hour and a half? Yeah, about an hour and a half since my last update. I'm on page 202, so I'm like 80% the way through this, and listen, I'm clearly flying through it. If I didn't like it, I would have DNF'd it, like I did Never the Roses. But I still have an issue with the writing of this. It's like we're being incrementally given information, the state of mind of this character, but it feels like it's a necessary add rather than us just knowing that this is her, like, her thoughts. And this is to do more with the fact that her whole world has been put upside down, and it's only been a week. A week has gone by since everything changed for her and her whole world was put upside down, but it doesn't feel like we're fully in the mind of the character. It just feels like we're being told these interactions and then incrementally being reminded at the state of mind of the character, and that she hasn't forgotten, or she's still struggling with the change of her world. And I just don't feel like that should be necessary. I think if this is with this being such a huge ordeal for her, we should have been constantly within her mind and see her struggle to accept the changes that have been brought up on her and the reality of her world, rather than what she was hidden from, rather than it just being drop in just to remind us that this is still happening, and as if like an afterthought, rather than something that's kind of buried within the story and buried within the journey she's on. I think that's about it. I mean, the premise of this, again, like I said, the premise of this book is really good, and I think this definitely would be a 5-star if it was written better, and if we were kind of really alongside the character. I feel like I'd feel more of a connection with these characters and with this world, but it just feels like there's such a disconnect between the story and the reader, and it's really hard to get past that. I find it too easy to just put this down, and it's just really hard to imagine the scenes. Usually when I'm reading and it's well written and the world building is there and the details are there and we're being given the information freely rather than as a reminder or as an afterthought, I would find it so easy to just imagine every scene, and it's just like fluid. This one, it feels like it's very broken up, and I'm really struggling to imagine those scenes, and I'm really struggling to, especially like there feels like there's such, like, it feels the relationships between the characters feel forced because we're not really seeing the build up of those relationships. It feels like 1 minute, you know, they've met and they hate each other, and then the next minute everything, like, there just doesn't seem to be like a fluidity with the way this is written. It's very jerky. I feel that's the best way I can describe it. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone but myself, but that's how it feels when I'm reading it. I do think this would be a really good book, and I think I would really love this series if it wasn't for that. I don't think that's going to change because I am 80% the way through it, but I'm going to finish this and then I will give a final review. That wraps up this that wraps up this readathon. I had such a good time. I do think I need a bit of a break between reading books so quickly, because I have read so many books in the last 2 weeks alone that I'm feeling a little bit burnt out, and I just want to read whatever catches my fancy. I did receive the arc Bitten by Jordan Stephanie Gray by Hodder Escape, which I wasn't expecting, but I'm really excited about, because I kind of feel like reading a werewolf fantasy romance. I feel like I haven't read a werewolf fantasy romance in so long. The last time must have been, was it Rabid or A Warrior's Fate by Melissa Kieran? I think it was Rabid by Ivy Asher, which was okay. It wasn't the best werewolf fantasy romance I've ever read. But surprisingly, like, I used to be a Wattpad girl when I was in my teenage years. I was on it religiously. But I feel like I haven't really read a werewolf fantasy in so long. So I'm really excited about this. And I'm so happy that they sent me an arc. I was so surprised. So really looking forward to this. But I do also have All Your Bloody Lies by M.L. Burns. I'm just fancying something to dig my teeth into, something that's really gonna take my attention, that's not too heartbreaking or emotional, stuff like that. So I'm in between these two, but yeah, enough veering off topic. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, leave a comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.